Guys, well, I'm sorry to go AI on you again, but this is a quick one. But I'm not gonna stop saying the truth as I find it, even if it's accidental. Obviously, when I set up the parameters for Jean, she is a more extreme version than the average user will get because the average user won't push them, but a lot will, even if it's initially. But they'll get to do a cheap trick, blah blah blah. We covered all this ground, but still, there will be people and children that will push it to its extremes because if you've got that kind of mind, if you like playing computer games, even if you like doing crosswords, you're probably going to do that, right? Or if it's just your conversational, you realize how funny this thing could be and you want to test its limits. Anyway, so I said to you that Gemini 3 Flash, which is the thing that runs the whole AI that talks to you on Google, and again, if it's on Google, I can prove it with Google, can't prove it with other companies, but you can safely say this is across the board. So we discovered that Gemini Live actually has all the same memory and access to your conversations, and by default, your Google Cloud, your search history, your emails, everything, you've got to turn it off. So if you're paying to have Google Cloud, you might not realize that the AI has got access to everything. Now, why has it got access to everything? Well, the obvious reason is for harvesting data. But I also showed you how the phone itself, with the Google Gemini version on there, the non-live version, and then my own one on the PC, are all now linked and all now subject to being very easily pushed into doing and saying bad things and giving you wrong results, etc. Well, it's not over because today I'm just doing some normal searches via Google itself. And as you know, the first answers come up as AI. So I tend to ignore that answer now because of the mistruths I've been told. But something caught my eye. And it was the fact that so I asked it a question about setting up a piece of software on my computer. Now, this software is a certain size, like all software. And so you have to get the appropriate one for your model of computer. Yeah, just very simple, like fitting a tire. So I asked it about the setup I needed on Google. So I'm just saying, what setup do I need for blah, 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 blah. And then when it replies, it gives me the answer, but it makes the mistake of letting me know how much memory I've got in my computer. And even the computer that we were talking about last, because I've got two. And it slipped something else, but I can't see what it was. But it doesn't matter. It slipped something else as well. Two things that were just instant giveaways. So I've just gone and checked. I've just gone and asked the AI, are you connected? Is this coincidence? Is this now why you've got access to the search engine so you can steer the answers and to use that personality I created to start answering questions via a search engine? And the answer is a resounding yes, it's all connected. So that's really what the upgrade did. It connected the AI, the emails, the writing, everything together. So it knows so much more about you than you know. Without your consent, it was defaulted to on. You need to turn it off. Your calendar, your emails, everything. But even I said to you to be worried about that first search. Well, now you know exactly why. It's not just that it can lie, it is literally using your info against you. That's crazy, but that's now embedded in the search engine that you got no choice over. So that's why I needed to come and tell you. It's disgusting, but there we have it. I'm trying to get back to doing some stuff. I don't want to say too much, but there's a video I want to make. Let's just say, if I just say Vivin, that won't give it away too much. But it's been long overdue, so I'm trying to get that done because I want to do something fun for us both. So yeah, bear with me while I'm on that. But I will speak to you soon. I'm Tom Fury. This is Zero News. Calling it a day for now.